Yo, Bud Light for a modern audience. Jaguar's redesign. Well, it's that one little story towards the end of the year that is just a feel good for everyone not holding Jag stock, because this is one of those corporate decisions that didn't have to get made, okay? Because I couldn't imagine that there's anybody out there in the world outside of the marketing executive, which, boy, if you take a look at that guy, and I would imagine in the next couple of weeks as people go through his hard drive, I'm sure we're going to be finding out some very important things. But nobody looks at that cast of ghastly characters and thinks, you know, that right there, those are the faces of a relaunched automobile brand. I can understand, right? Okay, you want to go modern, you want to be a full EV lineup, okay, you want to get in on some of those sweet subsidies. It's just, you can take a look at the market. You can take a look at the market of electric vehicles, and you can see one company doing it exceptionally well. And instead of trying to recreate their success, you're deciding to copy nothing and coming out with, well, quite an appropriate end product. Like, Tesla is the only company that is out there that has actually managed to make electric vehicles cool, because every other big automaker has their electric vehicles, but how do they sell them? It's just kind of goofy, fruity, vegan, hippie nonsense, okay? Oh, we're green. You can just plug it in. Oh, it's for all you environmentally conscious people. It's like, ugh, you got such a small subsection of a subsection of people who would actually care about that stuff, but in reality, they ride public transportation or whatever their mom drives. It's like, that's about it. Why would you market to the people that are never going to buy your product and decide to drive off your fan base? Because, what is it, the Kia Leaf? Like, it's not like Kia is a masculine brand, and then on top of that, you've got the most non-aggressive name for your environmental, or rather electric vehicle on top of that. Like, oh, that's a bold strategy. Or is that the Nissan? Regardless, it doesn't matter, because then you got Ford, and you got the Chevy Volt. Oh yeah, it's right up there with the Monte Carlo, the Impala, the Corvette, and then the Volt. Yay. Like, all of the big automakers do it wrong. Tesla is the only one that does it right, because they have luxury cars. They have good-looking vehicles that just so happen to be electric vehicles. That's why they're thriving, and Jaguar, well, they're reeling. Because this came out, right? Like, this ad dropped November 19th and 163.8 million views on Twitter alone. And that's just the source video. Everybody has been dunking on this unforced error, and arguably, like, maybe outside of the DNC, the biggest one of the year, like nominating Kamala and Jaguar's redesign. That's 1A and 1B worst decisions of 2024. And the fact that to this day, they've spent every waking minute. Just look at all of those replies. It's hilarious. And just take a look at, just the rest of their profile, which is very interesting, because they have 1,057 posts. 1,057 posts for a gold checkmark account that was started in August of 2011. 1.2 million followers. And to be completely honest, like, you're posting a bunch of Art Deco weird shit on top of this. Like, okay, cool. This is supposed to be, oh yeah, no, this is all in anticipation of the 2nd of December, upcoming Monday, right? Everything's going to launch. Everything's going to be great. It's going to totally make sense, guys. And, well, before their goofy ass little ad, it's like they don't have anything else. Create exuberant. Well, you're definitely creating conversation, just not the type that you were anticipating, because look at this. Every single post has an incredible amount of comments over it, but your replies, like, it's unhinged. That's where your other, 1,050 posts are? Are you making pianos now, or we clearly struck a chord? Like, no, for all the wrong reasons. Like, you could come out and just have the most banger vehicle ever. The only thing that people are going to remember is this shit right here. Just the most memeable, goofy-ass marketing campaign ever, because there was only one way that they could have turned around, or that they could have pivoted off of this. If they were earnest in releasing this, it's like, okay, this is going to be the first thing. The second thing that they would have done within the next couple of hours of releasing this message would have your new EV turn up and run everybody off this set, okay? Just have the car drop down right there on that rock and going, hey, this is what we're all about now. But no. They decided to go for broke and double down. Bud Light for vehicles. Jaguar boss defends new ad and rebrand amid vile hatred online. No, you swung, you missed, and you ended up hitting the entire traveling freak show in the process. Social media clip features models in colorful clothing, but no car in the Rawdon Glover describes as a reimagining. Okay, cool. Now, the boss of Jaguar has defended the company's move away from traditional automotive stereotypes. Yes, like wheels and vehicles, those harmful stereotypes. After a clip of its new advert was met with a barrage of vile hatred and intolerance. Now, it was something, alright. A lot of hilarity. This week, a Jaguar Land Rover, the luxury UK car maker, owned by India's Tata Motors, posted a 30-second clip on X featuring models in brightly colored clothing set against an equally vibrant backdrops. Not really. Like, you've got an elevator and some kind of a pink landscape. Like, what are we doing? Without a car or the company's traditional cat logo. But yeah, lowercase Comic Sans. That's cool. If we play in the same way that everybody else does, we'll just get drowned out. So, I guess you just decided, oh yeah, cool. If we have to fight a fair fight, we're not going to win. So we're just going to kill ourselves before we have to enter competition. Bold move. So we shouldn't turn up like an auto brand. Right, but you sell automobiles. What are you doing? Jaguar's managing director, Rawdon Glover, told the Financial Times that the company's Copy Nothing campaign. The new ad and rebrand prompted a backlash online, including on X, where the platform's chief executive, Elon Musk, posted, do you sell cars? Because, that was everybody's original response to this, because this is something like this ad campaign. It's not really anything new in the fact that they're trying to claim that they're copying nothing. It's like, in some form or fashion, just about every major brand has tried something like this over the past decade. So everybody just rolled their eyes and had the immediately jump to the laughing at this nonsense face. Because the audience that you're trying to appeal to, we know, man, the modern audience doesn't exist. They don't turn out to anything that you're trying to pander to, which is exactly what you're doing here. Because, even at The Guardian, right, even with their praise, they're letting you know that this is an ad campaign designed to target nobody. Hats off to Jaguar's inclusive new branding. Now people of all backgrounds won't buy its cars. Yeah, exactly. Because to the group of people that might appeal to this type of postmodern nonsense, they would just look at, Jaguar's a legacy of holding up British imperialist values, and they would not purchase one of your luxury sedans. It was the only vehicle left on Earth, leaving out the very crucial part of the equation that they couldn't afford a Jaguar to begin with. But the rest of the people, and that had close family members own a Jag before, and I've had a fondness for them for a very long time. But this right here, oh boy, that hit the proverbial brakes a full stop last Monday. Glover told the Financial Times that while the response to the campaign, which drew more than 160 million views on social media, even more than that now, had been very positive. No, there's no positivity at all. Like, you're cherry picking responses. Again, you needed to follow this up really quickly. How did you not think that this was a bad decision? You're trying to sell vehicles, but you don't have any vehicles in it. The bold redesign. You're trying to become a lifestyle brand. When has that pivot ever worked before? Copying everybody and getting the same result. Comments toward, he said he was disappointed by the vile hatred and intolerance. In the comments towards those featured in the videos. Yeah, they look like freaks. There's not one attractive person in there. And even if they are attractive, they're made to look like freaks. Bro, these look like the busted Muppets. Like, you got Beaker in the back, you got you got Lizzo in the front, you got a cancer patient in the middle, and next to the ruling couple of Wakanda, the substitute physics teacher with the paintbrush haircut pulling up the back, alongside Sheldon and Ezra Miller's love child in the back. Like, what are we doing? This is the most bizarre campaign I've ever seen, and if it was all for a laugh, that would be one thing, but a week on, nobody can figure out what the hell they're doing. Britain's largest automotive employer, officially known as JLR, while slower than its rivals to embrace electric vehicles, has made investments recently to build hybrid cars and prepare for electric vehicle production. Starting with its first deliveries of electric Range Rovers made in its manufacturer in Sohill in the West Midlands, at the end of next year. So yeah, you're deciding to tank your brand before your full relaunch? Interesting. This is a reimagining that recaptures the essence of Jaguar, returning it to its values that once made it so loved. But here it comes. Making it relevant for a contemporary audience, said Jaguar's chief creative officer, Jerry McGovern. Well, bro, you said it right there. You're trying to do this for the modern audience. And you know what? You're going to get the modern audience response. I'll be interested in seeing the follow-up ad to this, because if it's just as cringy, I'll be talking about it. Otherwise, it'll more than likely be met stony stoicism from the rest of the country, and knowing exactly what you're doing, striking this change at one of the most inopportune times in history, and you effectively tanking an age-old brand in such a spectacular way that books are going to be written about it. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.